In this video, I'm going to walk you through how you can build your first AI-powered appointment setter without any technical skills. And if you stay until then, I'm going to show you a hack that you also can implement to make sure that you close more deals even more effortlessly. But first, I have a very important disclaimer. This is only if you leverage cold email as your client acquisition strategy. If you see my previous videos, you know how to set it up. And now you have leads coming in, they're replying, but you can't manage all of leads and keep tabs of them. So how do you set them to calls, and also how do you close them? Well, I'm going to show you the strategy. I've outlined how I utilize it and also the bonus. So make sure to stay tuned then. So firstly, what is an AI powered appointment setter and why do you need it? Well, firstly, here is some clients we've implemented to, and we first started by building off their pipeline and then make sure that they close the pipeline, because having a pipeline is of course very nice, but if you can't close it, it doesn't really count for that much. So we try this into multiple different industries, as you can see here, and different pipeline value, but of course it all comes down to their deal size. So moving forward, here is the full strategy when it comes to why you need an AI powered appointment setter and what it does for you. Because saying, yeah, I have an AI powered appointment setter sounds nice, but so what does that really mean? And the more complex it gets, it harder handling different tasks and doing different sales process and understanding your sales process, the better it will be. So if we start off on the left hand side here, you start off by building your AI powered set funnel, meaning the email that's set up to call the outbound system. And it's very crucial that you have the essential ingredients in order to pull off this funnel, which would be the deliverability, the accounts, the copy, and also the health score rating. Without those, none of this full scope will work that I'm about to show you. And where AI fits into all of this workflow is it auto scales your meeting, it can handle objections without friction, and it can summarize lead profile for the CRM integration, meaning it does all the hard manual tasks that your SDR or that yourself are currently doing. And also, it's very crucial that there is CRM sales process integration. So when you build a pipeline on a channel such as email, you integrate the most high closable prospects or leads into your CRM so you get more accurate forecasting into your business. And then in the CRM, you can also add auto tag or score lead like ICP score. It is a 10 out of 10 lead that your best sales reps should get on ASAP. Or is it just a qualified lead that might close, might not close? It doesn't get that full 10 out of 10 ICP qualification. So whatever the case is, you need to route that to the sales rep. And be super crucial that you have automated communication installed in the AI powered appointment setter to make sure that everything aligns seamlessly. And when it comes to the funnel and optimization analysis, if you're familiar with code email, you know how important it is to tweak your message and to split test to do A/B testing. If you haven't started doing that yet, I highly recommend you to do it, because it's similar to launching an ad. You can't just launch one ad and expect it to be the home run. You need to test a little bit. And then it comes to track the AI response performance. Yes, you can set up everything. Yes, you can teach the AI everything. Yes, you can give it temporized things. Yes, you can give personalization, but you need to be 100% certain that what you teach it and what this does for you actually works. So you can only do that through improve the lead scoring module, meaning making sure which copy works the best and for you to understand as to why. And we'll also have some bonus automations to increase the show up rate, which is, well, you warm up the prospect prior to the call. You send them case studies. You explain to them, this is what we're going to do in the call. This is what you want to get. After the call, you understand A, B, C, and X, Y, Z in order for you to get that particular results. And of course, when you book through cold email, make sure you have a webhook to your calendar sync detection. So when it doesn't work, you get you get pinged automated. And when it does work, you get pinged if a successful meeting has been generated completely automatic. If you have all this instilled on the left hand side, you have a very, very good appointment qualification and setting process that most people doesn't. And of course, the direct to and direct three is instant confirmation message, both to the prospect itself to book the meeting, but also to your team and your sales rep, and ultimately the reminders. You can book a meeting, yes, but without the reminder, that's like, as of these days, reminders need to be more than automated. They need to be semi-personalized, because everybody's used reminders. Everybody knows how it is. Everybody have seen You have 24 hours left to call. Don't forget to show up. You need to send value, value all the time to make it sure that you are the expert in this. You know how to pull it off. So this is the full scope of everything as of how to set it up in a mermaid diagram perspective. But how does it actually look to build out your AI powered appointment setter in a no code tool? Because I said no technical skills are needed. Well, here is how I build mine in NADN. So how this works is that when I receive a reply from a cold email, it reads through the email and checks my CRM for which prospect that got the email. Then we parse that into my AI agent. And the reason we're doing that is because when we parse, we shrink the data and only provide the most accurate data that we need, meaning that we want to get such small credit expenditure on the AI agent as possible. Meaning we don't want to send more data than necessary, because then we burn credits and spend money when we don't need to, due to the OpenAI credits in this case. And then if there has been a previous conversation with the prospect, we get pinged in Slack. If not, okay, that means it's a new lead. We need to start process it. Okay. Now this AI agent decides which qualification route it's going to take that prospect moving further into. So up here, I have a positive reply, but more information needed. Meaning, what's your price? How do you operate? Could you tell me a little bit more? Do you do this also, or how does it work on that? So meaning they have a positive intent to the initial message you previously sent, but they have some sort of follow-up question. Then it's go on the up hand side and put them into automated subsequences in Instantly, which is a software tool I use to keep the sales process going, but also to steer it in the right direction to book a call. And if it goes in, let's say someone asks, yeah, I'm not the right person. I talked to John at this department. Okay. Then we flag them in the CRM, and this AI agent can notice that and then push them into the subsequence to keep moving further in that line. Meaning what this AI agent basically does is pushing it to predetermined subsequences that can add a little bit of personalization to it itself. That means from first message sent to all the subsequences set up, which ultimately have the key goal to book a call, is all fully automated. And this one right here is, no, I'm not interested, but what about XYZ? So basically a semi-negative, semi-positive question coming up. So we want to squeeze every prospect that we possibly can in the most, of course, ethical way, meaning we don't want to let them go simply because they said something that could be a potential good fit later down the line. So then I usually respond with, perhaps I didn't make myself clear to explain as of how this tool would benefit you, because you will get X, Y, and Z out from A, B, and C. So it is a perfect match, but perhaps my communication skills were poorly in the first initial offer, because you can only blame yourself, right? And ultimately, the bottom side is if you can't really tell what's the AI agent can't really tell the scope of the project, or scope of the message, then it sends it to the Slack message here and update the CRM accordingly. So now you know the full strategy behind it, how to do it through no code. But also, if you have used email as your client acquisition channel, you know that it becomes quite messy in the Unibox. And also, if you even sell lead gen to your clients, by installing this, you install this as well with the email. So you have a full automated AI appointment setting process that makes sure that you get qualified meetings into your calendar. And now into the bonus. As of this stage, you have a qualified meet booked into your calendar. Okay, then so what? Since it's all automated, you don't really know who it is that booked that meeting into your calendar. Well, here's the thing. If you install the sales call prep agent, you get all the information about that prospect, their pain points, what they could possibly have for sort of questions in your email prior to the meeting. So how I built this is out. The AI agent check the email once again. It filter for sales call because it may be a call with your mother or grandmother. You don't need to do any due diligence for that, do you? So then it extract the domain, meaning Elon at Tesla.com. Then it extracts Tesla.com. Is the domain found? Yes. Okay. Then Perplexity, the research AI agent I use for this, search for tesla.com with a certain qualification criteria that aligns with the offer to make sure that it gets all the information about the company available online to send back to me. It then format that information to email, send me an email, and send it to Slack and log that into the Google Sheet folder. Meaning I now have an automated meeting with a prospect, or well, it's from the campaign we set up. I have their full information as of what are their pain points, what they currently status in, and they have obviously replied to the offer I'm having. So by doing this, it's automating the appointment setting process and the sales calls prep agent. You'll most likely have a higher likelihood of closing the deal because it all comes down to increase your close rate at the highest possible rate. And once again, this is exactly what we did for our clients up here in the start, like in all different service-based businesses. Design as a service, SaaS, fintech, Lingo Pool SaaS, even Martech, and of course more SaaS is very, very popular to start a million SaaS these days. So that's a lot of our clients. But they all come down to the same prospect or process. Sorry. Start off by building the list. You send out the offer to them. You qualify and set appointments with them, and you have enriched it fully so you know that everybody that comes into your meeting is absolutely qualified. But then also make sure that you have a sales prep agent that increases you to close the deals. And one other bonus hack I shared in previous video is to make sure that you use an ROI calculator, meaning that the prospect need to understand how valuable your service is, because you can't simply slap a number into your offer without having something to show for. Well, you can, but that will kind of harm a little bit your closing rate. So doing due diligence, automated of course, and of course showing the value of what you can truly provide. That will give you a scalable business and make sure that you scale. And if you want any of this done for you, you can click the link down below. And if you want to try it out yourself, well, feel free to rewind this video and see each and every step. And if you want the workflows and everything that I've shared previously, simple, well, send me a DM and we take it from there. Looking forward to work together. Cheers.